Hi guys, welcome back. So we're doing a little palette of the month update. So if you're new here, this is just where we have a palette that we try to focus on for a month. It's not really a project pan, it's just a focus kind of project, essentially. So if you're interested to see what we chose for this month and how the progress went last month, then just keep on watching. So I chose the Urban Decay Born to Run. I'm very happy with my choice. It did kind of ignite a love for this palette. Also, I'm like really tan. I can't tell if it's just like what I see on the monitor or if I just look way overly orange. My tan faded, so I used like a body bronzer. Maybe that's a bad idea. We'll see. But, man, I really liked this palette. I discovered a love for the shade Breakaway, the cream, like satin, the satin cream shade. Man, that shade's lovely. I wouldn't say I made like any progress on this. There's no pans or anything. But it definitely looks used now. It's been used. And it just amplified what I thought about this palette, that I thought it would be the perfect everyday, like throw in your bathroom kind of palette. And I agree, that's how I feel about it. I think it is phenomenal. I think it is gorgeous. I have no issues at all with it. It is lovely and 10 out of 10 recommend. This is a really, really good palette. Probably one of the best Urban Decay formulas I've tried, in my opinion. The last one that we tried, the most recent, was the Kristen Leanne palette. I know she's a bad person, don't judge. But that palette was so... That was our favorite palette for the longest time. That was so good. Everybody hated on it because the setup, the Kaleidoscope palette, it was so like messy and weird. But the formula was bomb. It was so fire. But yes, I really, really, really loved this. So I chose my custom palette. It already has quite a few pans. I did change it up a little bit. I added my matte black, my matte white, and I had a pink in here, but then I took it out, like a hot pink, and then one of the shades broke. I did actually hit pan. You're not going to be able to tell. I'll try to get a picture close up. This shade, it's from the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Storm palette. There's the tiniest little itty bitty pan in there that I hit pan on, which I was really thrilled with, and I love my little custom palette. I didn't use it. Every time I pick a palette of the month, I realize that I don't really want to use it anymore. Which is funny, but yeah, I did use this a handful of times and I really loved some of the looks I got out of it, which is nice. And it's just nice to be able to get some use out of our singles for sure. So again, before and after pictures will be listed on the screen, but now let's jump into what we are replacing them with. So I decided to do my Viseart, is that correct? Okay, I always call it Viseart Grand Pro Volume 3. I find myself constantly wanting to dip into this, and it's one of the few palettes we actually have available to us. We packed away most of our eyeshadow palettes, so only ones that we kind of reach into a lot are available for use as of right now. But yeah, this is the one I decided to choose. I thought it would go well with our Be Perfect mattes that we're trying to finish panning. If I could actually remember to actually use them, that would be great. But this is my favorite matte formula, and it better be for $175. But I love this palette so much, and I can't wait to just like play with it more. Full force. I decided to go with my luxury favorite as well. This is the Pat McGrath Midnight Sun palette. When you see pictures up close of this, you'll see how freaking destroyed it is. Like, I have beat the crap out of this. I love it so much. It's not quite, I mean, we're going into fall, so I can like dip into the fall tones. I just think they're gonna look really cool with this hair. So I'm really excited to play with this more. The only shade that I haven't really played with much, or at all actually, I've never actually done a look with, is this green. Oh, I have. Because it's a little too deep of a green for something that I personally would enjoy most of the time, but I'm excited to do these. I was thinking maybe the Divine Rose 2, but I wear a lot of pink all the time, so I'm thinking I need to go back into Old Faithful here and really give myself all of the time in the world to just love on it even more, because it's one of my favorites, truly. Yeah, I guess that's all for the video. These are always quick ones. They're easy to film, which is nice. You'll have to let us know. We're trying to hook up our camera to our computer so we can actually see the monitor, because from here we can see ourselves, but we can't tell if we're in focus unless we're completely out of focus. We could see that, but if we're like just like not fully in focus, we can't tell from here because it's too small of a screen. But the software isn't working. We're trying to figure it out. It's a whole mess. This whole camera stuff is just so confusing. It's unbelievably confusing. Stupid people like us. We are not the smartest. tools in the shed most of the time, and technology is very difficult to use.
Truly.
We figured out that voiceovers are a little bit better for certain things, so we can do that. We wanted an external microphone for our camera so we could still have autofocus on without the noise. Guess what? EOS M10 doesn't have a plug for an external microphone. So then we have to record the sound on our own on a separate device and layer it over the video. That sounds like a lot of work for little old me, all right? We're not even monetized yet, and you want me to go through all of that? Like,
we really do the most for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it.
And I didn't know either, because until I saw the comments, evidently in one of our last videos we tried using YouTube Studio to add some music over it.
Oh my gosh.
And the music at the very end just like randomly yeah, and we did not sound like that.
I swear to God, when I tell you I fixed that like 9 times and hit save in YouTube Studio, I'm not joking. And then we get this comment like, whoa, the music of the video scared me. At the end of the video scared me. And I was like, huh? Like, it should be really, like, really quiet. Like, barely audible quiet. And then I listened to it. It's like, bah! And I was like, oh my God. So never again with YouTube music, even though...
But that's the only thing we can do for music.
So, honestly, I don't care if there's music in the background. Don't even matter.
But whatever, that's all from us today. Let us know your thoughts. Like, what... Are you excited? You can go check out our Instagram. It's Twintorials. Our Twitter is Twintorials now as well too. Then you can stay up to date with all the looks we do with our palette of the month and our Be Perfect Carnival Pan That palette and all of that jazz. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video. Bye!